Alright, you guys, I'm about to go to work. I'm sitting here looking in my garage, and I'm ashamed. I am ashamed. Look at my 64. I'm about to pull that bad boy out. Got all that stuff sitting on top of it. I got to do better, y'all. That's the M109R. I'm gonna take a little tour of that bad boy and show you guys what all the modifications I've done to it. Of course, there's my trailer, Hannigan. Done a bunch of stuff to that. It's the granddaddy mobile, they say. The Gold Getter. Gold Wing. And I'm riding the F6B to work. And that's what I'm doing right now. Yay!
All right. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Hey.
Lappydog.
And I'm gonna sing a song for you.
It's
Tell
Lappydog.
you a thing or two. You'll have fun now with me and all the gang. Learning from each other while we do our thing.
Alright, here we go, you guys. Come on, YouTube. Yeah, that's my garage. I got to go in there and do some rearranging, get that 64 out there and run a tank of gas through that bad boy. That big old that 394 big block Oldsmobile motor. 2 years in a row. They made it in 63 and 64. Oldsmobile Super 88 1964. Granddaddy left me that bad boy. I've been playing with it, put me some 20s on now. He said I know when I give it to you, you're gonna ghetto it out. I said, nah, I ain't gonna ghetto it out too bad, Granddaddy. Not too bad. He said, yeah, well, I'm gonna let you have it. I know you're gonna ghetto it out. I believe I did him proud on it. Rest in peace to my granddaddy. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about when I first started vlogging of some of the mistakes I was making. And here goes the intro. It's storytelling time with Slappy Adventures.
All right, it's storytelling time with Slappy Adventures.
Okay, when I first started vlogging, shoot, I wasn't thinking nothing about it. I basically just started doing this thing as a motorcycle diary. Used to be when you talk to yourself, people thought you was crazy. And now you see people talking, holding the phone up, talking to themselves, or talking to YouTube, or talking to whatever social media platform that they have. And it's not deemed crazy to talk to yourself no more. Something like what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to myself in the video. But when I first started vlogging, shoot, I would pull out by the house and run up by, real close to my house. And not thinking nothing about it. Ain't nobody going to be watching old Slappy Dog out here just being himself, being silly. But one of my friends, we got a lot of people who live in the neighborhood and ride motorcycles. So there was a white guy that was at the dollar store and was asking the girl that was riding the Can-Am, hey, do you know Slappy? And she said, yeah, I know Slappy. He said, well, where does he live at? I'm looking for him. So she, kind of family member, friend, family. And she was like, well, if you know Slappy, you should know where he lives. She said, well, I didn't think that, didn't want to tell him where you live. So she told me, she said, yeah, there's a guy looking for you on a Gold Wing. I said, oh, really? She said, yeah. I said, he was looking to find out where you live. I said, you get a name? She said, nah, but he's a scruffy looking fella. I don't know nothing about that. But so I didn't think nothing else about it. I guess a couple of weeks go by. Another lady said there was a guy down here at the Dollar General that was looking for you, riding a motorcycle. I said, really? She said, yeah. She said, but he act like he didn't know where you live, so I didn't tell him. I said, well, now that's the second time somebody's told me that. What's going on? And I didn't think nothing else about it, so I'm in the garage peeling around, and it was getting ready to start raining. Well, next thing you know, I see this gold wing pulls up, and I'm looking at him, and it started to rain, so I'm like, man, yeah, bring your bike on in here, you know, get on out of the rain. So he pulls up there, and I'm looking at him, and he pulls his helmet off, and I'm looking at him some more. I'm like, hell, I don't know who this is. Who is this? And well, he just goes to rambling and telling me about some of the places that I've been to on my trips, and some of the upgrades that he's put on his bike that he's seen me do to mine, and he's still just going on and on and on. I'm looking at him. He pulls out his phone. You know, everything you do, you pull out your phone and start showing me some of his goodies he got on his bike and his other gold wing. And he just going on, and I still don't know who this guy is. And I'm like, hey, buddy, not to be funny, but who are you? Do I know you? He said, well, I'm Clifton. You know, I'm a fan of your channel. I watch your channel. I live down in Varnor. And I said to myself, uh-oh, I got a stalker on my hands. He just pulled up in my damn house. He said, yeah, I drive trucks, so I was real familiar with some of the places that you start your video and stuff like that. So I just went down there and just kind of just rode around to see if I could find you. And I found you. I said, uh-oh, I done tripled into crazy town here. But the more we sat down there and the more we talked, the more I realized he was just a real good guy. But that kind of put me in mind to be very mindful of where I start my videos and end my videos, because somebody may try to do you something wrong and do you harm you don't never know. So that was the story of my buddy Clifton. He passed away last year. Real good old guy, country boy. We got to talking, and he never did have a nickname of riding motorcycles, and he drove trucks too, so he never had a nickname. So, I've given a lot of people kind of AKAs. I like to kind of base my nicknames off of personalities and the things that they do. And that's his perfect timing. We end up giving him the nickname Water Dog. We gave him the nickname Water Dog. And where that Water Dog nickname came from was, he said when him and his wife was courting each other. You hear me say courting. The young folks, they don't know what courting is. When him and his wife was dating each other, they would always go down there to the lake, down there in Varnor. And then when they would come home, some of the older people in the neighborhood would say, and there go them water dogs coming in. So that's where he was telling me that story. And I thought that was a pretty good tag for a man that's out here riding motorcycles that don't have a tag. So we daggum themed him Water Dog. Just thinking about you out here, Water Dog, telling that story of how we became friends. I'm going to tell you a little bit more. Evidently, he's a pretty good stalker, because he told me that he had found out about where the Oak Ridge boys, no, it wasn't, or Alabama, where Alabama the group Alabama lived. So he got on his bike, him and his wife, and they rode up her towards, there's a Fort Payne, Alabama. I think that's what it is. And he got to riding around there and bumped into some people, some kin folks of the band Alabama. So he ended up finding where they lived at. And I was like, well, daggone, Clifton, you're a daggone stalker, man. He said, no, I'm just a fan. I just wanted to go, maybe I could see him. I said, Clifton, that's called stalking somebody, man. You just can't show up at somebody's house, man. But real good guy. He will be missed. Peace out to Water Dog. All right, I'm heading to work. I'm on this interstate, y'all. Peace.
Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Slappy Adventures. Please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hey, stay tuned for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.